So you were alluding to angels earlier. I want to go back to that. And demons. You believe that all actually exists?
Of course.
Talk
Very,
about that.
very much. There's definitely there's beings that have fallen from the light, so they feed on the sadness, the depression, the suffering of the people on this planet. And because they've fallen from the light, they feed on them.
Demons.
And they are scared of the light. And even those beings, though, in the end, everything is God, but parts of it have forgotten its God. When those parts of it forgot its God and lost its light, then they went down in frequency. So there was a creation a long time ago. I call it the first creation. This first creation was when the spirits decided to go into physical forms. And when they did, I always say this, if you just become a potter, you're an amateur potter, your first piece of pottery, it's not going to be very good, is it? And so that first creation, being the first creation, well, it wasn't, you might say it wasn't perfected. And these souls got caught in the 3D realms, and they fell in frequency. And what happened is they lost their light, because what they were doing is they were not charging. See, they were focused so much on here and outer, they were not bringing in that energy to replenish the soul light within them. So when that happened, that whole creation collapsed on itself.
Wow, that's what happened. They stopped recharging.
Right. So the light spirits and the different creation levels of creation, ETs, different levels of creation, decided to quarantine, to shut that creation into a vibrational prison place where everything stayed in there.
Is that where we are right now?
Until they could figure out how to deal with that.
Interesting. So you're talking about this.
That's how hell was created.
Whoa.
That
Where's
first
hell?
creation that collapsed.
What is hell?
When it was quarantined, when they shut everything in, everything mutated, and then that creation started seeping through until we get. And we're a nice amount of physical creations in.
Yeah.
Because the system is like a great mathematician. It keeps create until it finds the answer. The what do you call it? I would say like this, that it's a mathematician who has drawn a whole wall of the equation and keeps going back until they get the equation right. Well, the system keeps going until it gets the equation right. The equation is love. And aspects of love are unity, compassion, all those. So that first creation that fell, we have all these creations after, and that energy seep through, and that's where we get hell from. The myth of, the quote myth of hell, which is real.
It's real. Where is it?
So when we bring the light in here, we have to channel the light back to the first creation, which will also heal it and redeem it. And will affect the now and transmute it will transmute those, like in the dark crystal, will transmute those beings back into light beings that they originally were, some of the highest light beings, because they were the first ones to descend into physical bodies.
Through love is the way. Yeah. I mean, this is so deep. Where I'm so like, just thinking like, where is hell? Like all these things. Where is it? What, like
hell exists in another frequency.
It's a frequency.
It's a frequency.
God, makes a ton of sense.
So there's some people walking around on this planet, and they're actually their souls are in hell, even though their bodies are here. It's a frequency. There's some people walking around, and our souls are in heaven, even though our bodies are here. Wow. And heaven's another frequency.
Totally.
And you have all these realms in between.
So you're saying you can go in between them, as like when you get to a certain state, like.
I think shamanic traditions talk about this a lot. But yes, I can go into different realms. I tune my frequency like tuning a radio station. So I tune my frequency and that's where according to where I want to go. And that's where I go.
We're in the garden. It's existential.